Hey everyone, it's Lizzie. On today's video, I'm going to show you guys a way that you can break down your budget by the weeks. So this is the month of May and I'm starting from May the 15th. This is just going to be a way that I can show you guys how I am breaking down my expenses, my budget, and this is for a family that receives two incomes. I have mentioned this before, but in case you are new, my husband, he recently got a new job and he gets weekly paychecks. And for me, I get paid twice a month. So I get paid bi-monthly on the 15th of every month and also on the last day of every month. So by us having a weekly pay and a bi-monthly pay, we have to try to figure out what is the best way to budgeting. So I have not been sharing my budgeting for a few weeks because I've been trying to figure out how to readjust my budget, and this is a way that I see works for me. And the pays up here, so I'm just going to give you a layout of this spreadsheet, and I just made this on a spreadsheet on Google, so you can do this with Excel, whatever works. And what I laid out is each week that each day that we will receive a paycheck. So mine is on the 15th and the last day of the month, and my husband, his pay will be each week. And these are just the estimated amounts that I am foreseeing to come in. And yes, this part is personal, but I know that these amounts change because for me, I get commission. So based on sales, I work at a bank and we have bonuses and that sort of thing. So my pay is never the same. Like, I do not know what my pay would be until I get paid. So it's kind of hard to budget, and I'm with you guys. If you are in the same boat, let me know in the comments if you have like an irregular or commission-based pay. But my husband, he pretty much has the same pay each week. So I left his to be the same, but mine, I honestly have no clue. So now on this side, what I did is I wrote down the dates that the bills are to be paid. And these are my fixed expenses. So this is the spreadsheet for my fixed expenses. And first one, just to give you a rundown, you can see, but I want to explain a few of these. This is my HOA, Homeowners Association. It's really not due on the 1st of every month. I pay this quarterly, but I like to set aside $34 each month. So this is a way for me to just track that, and I'm just going to put the 1st just to put a date there. And then the next one that I want to bring up is grocery. So this is something that there's no date for, but every month we are going to pay $300 for groceries. Now groceries for us, it's going to entail what I have learned from Jordan Page, and she says that you should have set aside $100 per person in your household starting at $300. So there are two people in my household, me and my husband, so our grocery budget is $300. And with this $300, she recommends that you utilize the $300 for all of the consuming items in your home. So that includes your food, obviously. This includes cleaning supplies, paper products, pet food. So all of that is included in the $300. So what that means is you have to be frugal. You have to look for sales. You need to plan your meals, and I have videos of meal planning, grocery hauls, and it works for us. So this is how I lay it out. So once a week, we set aside $75 for that week. So we're budgeting for the 7 day or 6 days, which is doable. Okay, Now let's just get into this spreadsheet and what I am budgeting for this week. I'm gonna do actually May the 15th and May the 17th, since I'm filming this on the 16th, and my husband, he actually got paid on the 16th, but just to make things easier, I just wrote Friday's date for each of these weeks. And what's nice about this is I have it set up where you could just like check mark each box once you have already paid that item, which is really nice tracker. So I did pay the $14, set it aside for water. So I'm just gonna put an X here. And truck. What that is we returned our lease and we went over in mileage and we had some like damage on the car. So we do owe funds back to GM Financial is who we used. So the total monthly that we are going to be paying is $280 with 41 cents. So I just broke it down, $47, $47, and $47 throughout the week. So for the month, we're gonna take, let me bring up my calculator. Hopefully you can see this. Probably not, but I am trying here. So it's oh goodness. The lighting on this, okay, I think you can see it like that. So it's 280, 41, and you want to divide that by the number of weeks for when the bill is due, okay? So we have already paid this for the month of May. So we want to set this aside for June. So based on the number of weeks that's in June, that's what you are going to set your funds aside for. And this is a good way if you're like budgeting, you know, paycheck to paycheck. So I'm just going to pull up my calendar so we can see the number of weeks or the number of pays that I'm going to have for when this bill is due. So we are in May, and I'm just going to go through up until the due date of the 12th. So you just go, we have the 16th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 6. Yes, so there's 6 pays because the 12th is here. 6 pays. So I'm going to divide that by 6. So if you can see that, it says 46.735. So $47. That's where I got my number. So you just do the same thing for each of the bills. So it's due on the 16th. How many days do you have left up until the 16th? I've already done that last month. So, or the last week. So $74 is what I set aside. And I mark it off in yellow because I know I completed funding that particular bill. So I hope that that makes sense for you guys. So we're again just gonna mark off the bills that I have already set aside. So this I have, this I have, this I have. All of these I have already paid, and then I did withdraw the $75 for groceries. And the same thing for the 17th, we set aside money for our Disney passes. These are the ones, like all of these really automatically come out of my bank account. So you just want to make sure that you have the dates for that. So I did pay that. I paid that. All these yellows are funded. So today I completed paying these. which is great. And then I will just do the same thing on these dates. So let me know if this works, if this makes sense. Let me know, because I really like how this comes up, and I can just put this in like a binder, or I like to keep it in my planner, so I just fold it and I keep it in my planner. So now this is another budget system that's included in my whole expenses. So this goes for gas, any gifts, anything that we are saving up for. This is what we are using. So I started this sheet dating the 17th of May up until the end of the month. So this is my May sinking funds. So this column, these are the amounts that I am striving to pay for the month. These could change. So I'm actually going to be leaving these blank for now because I'm still working with this system. Okay, so you're just gonna kind of witness me working with this new system that I have for setting aside funds for sinking funds. I wanted something more organized in a way that I can keep track better of breaking down each paycheck. So I had came up with an amount for what we wanted for our anniversary, and I think I want to have like at least $500. Our anniversary is in September, so if we set aside $20, I can't remember how many weeks, but I've already calculated that, and that's how I got this number. And for car maintenance, I want to say it was like $300, to save up to $300 for March. And then for Christmas, I want to have a specific amount for that because I want to be prepared. I can do like a breakdown if you guys would like that on how I came up with these numbers. I can totally do that. Just let me know in the comments or by hitting the like button. And then the other thing that I have typed up here is taxes. I owe taxes, and it's like that debt, you know, that pressing debt that we are working on paying, but it was a lot of money and we were not prepared for it. So each pay, I want to set aside $43.50. I have 4 more pays here to pay this off, and I will be so happy. So now I have set aside the amount that I need, but the way that you find out how much you can set aside here is based on this. What I did here, I had a formula in here that it was my income minus the total amount, okay? So this is the total of all of these. So now I have to take $932.50 $932.50 and subtract that, the total amount, $680.80. So I am left with $251.70. So I always like to like double check. $932.50 minus $680.80. Yes, $251.70. So that is what we have to break down our sinking funds. However, what I don't include in sinking funds is tithe. So I'm going to set aside a tithe. And that is $90 for this. So $161.70 is really what I have. So I kind of have a cheat sheet here, so I'm just going to write down the numbers of what I set aside. Okay, so this is what I have, and we're just going to add up the total. So we have 20 plus 10 plus 17 15, 30, 30, 20, 43, 50. I always like to add it up again just to double check myself. 17, 15, oops. $185.50. Okay, so I realized that I did show a different number. I was looking at the wrong date on here, May the 17th, so I was looking at the 15th pay. So it is $677.50 minus the total for the 17th, which is right here, $403.12. Okay, $274.38. I really hope that you all can see that. The angle on here is like so bad. Okay, $274.38 is the number that we are working with, and I'm gonna take away the tithe from this. So it should be $204.38. So we are below that. The total is $185.50. So we're left with $18.88. And now with this, I could just like put it aside in a savings account, apply it towards debt more, but I have plans for this, and it's just gonna go into a savings account so that I can pay something with it. I know it's minimal, but it's something, and I'd prefer having something over not having anything at all. So this is the breakdown on how to do a sinking fund, or really how to do a expense budget for couples who get paid weekly and then bi-weekly. Let me know if you all like this. I can do more of this type of video, but I hope you all enjoyed it. So make sure you subscribe, you hit the like button and the notification bell. That way you won't miss out on any future uploads, because I do plan on doing some giveaways in the very near future. So make sure you stick around for that. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day. We'll catch you guys on another one. Bye guys.